Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be an informational video on how to start a YouTube channel. I've been meaning to actually make this video because you guys really supported me and really brought me to where I am today. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of tips on how I actually started my channel, how I edited my footage. So that's basically what today's video is going to be about. Before we actually go into this video, if you do like my content and you love my vlog, please do subscribe to my channel as well as follow me on Instagram. It really does help me out a lot, and it also shows me that you guys support me and you like this type of content. So definitely just click the subscribe button below as well as the bell so that you can be notified when I post new videos here on YouTube. So let's just jump right into this video. So the first thing that I want to talk about is basically, why are you starting this channel? What is your reason for starting this channel? Is it because you're just interested in editing, filming, etc., or you just made a huge move and you want to document it, or are you in it just for the money? I think you should distinguish what exactly you're starting your channel for and try to create a niche around it. So my point is saying that just don't make a channel just because you want to start making money, because YouTube is not that type of platform. I mean, it's kind of rare, or it takes quite a long time for you to actually start making good money here on YouTube. So I would just make sure that your intentions with starting a YouTube channel is pure. So now let's actually get into things that you will need to start the channel. If you're a newbie YouTuber, like I was once, I think about 2 years ago, I would recommend just start filming with your iPhone. Everyone says this, but it is actually true. Just start filming with your iPhone as a beginner. I would not recommend getting all this type of equipment, the camera, the microphone, because you don't even know if you like this long term. Like, I wasn't sure I was gonna do this long term until I really started enjoying it. I was like, yeah, let me get a camera and this and that. So I would recommend just starting with your iPhone. I would just edit as well on your iPhone. That's how I started, and it was a lot easier for me to edit on my iPhone rather than start editing on the computer. I had tested it out in the beginning. Editing on my phone was a lot easier, a lot more user-friendly for me, because I never really used editing software before YouTube, and it was just a lot simpler for me via the phone. And then I tried to do it via iMovie on my computer, and it just took ages. It took me about 3 days, 4 days to do it, because I just wasn't understanding. It just wasn't clicking for me because I never really used, you know, editing software. So I would recommend start editing from your phone as well. I used 2 apps in the very beginning to edit my videos for YouTube, and I will forever recommend these apps. I think they're very user-friendly, and I could edit quickly within a day. So the first app that I would mention is called VLLO. I don't know if you're supposed to say it VLLO or if it's, you know, pronounced some way, but I'm gonna say VLLO. And basically this is a app which you can download on your phone, and you basically just edit videos on there. It's very, very easy. You just go through it. You can even add music, you can add the clips, you can add transitions. It's very, very simple, user-friendly, and beginner YouTuber friendly. I also had a second app which I used where I would add the music from that app because I quite liked it better for music selections. I used an app called InShot, and InShot, I still love InShot to this day. Basically, you can find music there. They even give you what you should add in your YouTube video. You just copy and paste that to your description. But it was a lot easier to find music on InShot, so what I would do after I finished my video on VLLO is I would export that to my camera roll and then open that video then in InShot, and then look for music and add in the music where I wanted to add in music. And basically that was it. Just afterwards, make sure to copy the title of the song and put that in your description box so you don't get, you know, copyrighted. And that's basically what I did in the very beginning. It was very easy. My strategy after I filmed is then to start working on the thumbnail. So while the video is, you know, uploading to YouTube, I would then use that time to work on the thumbnail. I would go through the video slowly, and I would freeze on a part where I look kind of like, you know, frozen, or I'm like doing something and I like how I look, I would just freeze it as I'm looking through the video, screenshot that, and that would maybe be the thumbnail, for example. How I put them together, I would use an app called Thumbnail Maker. That's a great app just to make collages. So after I would basically put the thumbnail together via a collage on Thumbnail Maker, I would then export that to another app, I would export that to Fonto. And I'm sure if you've been already Googling how to make a YouTube channel, you would already know about Fonto. And Fonto is a really, really great app. I personally just use it for adding fonts to my thumbnail. I know people can also do collages on there, but I personally don't find it that easy, so I do my collages somewhere else and just do my fonts on Fonto. The good thing about Fonto is that on Fonto you can download your own fonts. They do give you some pre-installed fonts, which are just basic fonts. I used them in the beginning, but it's free to download your own fonts and export them to Fonto. So that's basically what I do. I Google, you know, aesthetic fonts, or go on just a font website and see what fonts I like, download them, and you can do this all from your phone. And then you kind of just export them to Fonto, and there you have your aesthetic font, which you can start using on your thumbnails. So that's what I do. So if you wanted to take another step up, maybe you've been doing YouTube now for 6 months, you really like it, you know you want to keep doing it, and now you want to upgrade your camera system, you want to upgrade your editing, this part of the video is now for you. When I decided that I wanted to upgrade, I wanted to change how I do things so that it looks a little bit more professional, I started looking into cameras. I was in between the Sony ZV-1, which I'm using now, and the Canon G. It was between one of those cameras, and then a really kind subscriber said the Sony ZV-1 is actually a lot better. It's literally a vlogging camera. It's very clear, and I would have to say I agree. I've been using it for about a year now, and I absolutely love this camera. Start doing your research and look into getting a nice vlogging clear camera. Bought the package deal from Best Buy. It came with the camera as well as the little tripod attached, and the cool thing about the tripod, it has some quick buttons on it, so you can also record just from clicking the tripod. It connects via Bluetooth to your camera, so you just click the button. You can also zoom in from the tripod, which I really, really like. I think it's very vlogger friendly, very YouTube friendly. I would also recommend you get a mic for your camera. I do actually notice a difference from just my camera versus using the camera with the attached mic. I do actually notice better audio, and of course, if you want to have a nice YouTube channel where people are really appreciative of your quality, this actually retains the audience, I would recommend getting an external mic. It is perfect because it does not charge. There's no like battery that you have to charge. You just connect it via your camera and it takes the energy, the battery from your camera. I would also recommend getting like a little external light. This is something new that I also added to my camera equipment, and this comes in handy, for example, when I'm vlogging. Sometimes the lighting in my kitchen, it's a little bit dark back here, and I just have this little light there, and it just adds that extra oomph. It illuminates me, and it just attaches to my camera. This one you do have to charge. Now you want to upgrade your editing software. Now this is a little bit of an investment. I personally would recommend it if you're really serious about this YouTube thing. I'm using right now Final Cut Pro, and I love Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is actually so nice and so professional. And if you're new to Final Cut Pro, they do have, I think, the trial Final Cut Pro, so you can actually try out Final Cut Pro and then you can decide if you want to purchase the actual software. So I think that's it for now. I feel like I was talking a lot and I gave a lot of information. I'm not the biggest YouTuber. I would call myself micro YouTuber, content creator, but I have learned a few things just, you know, building this little empire of mine. I think it would just be nice to make this video just so some of you guys can get a look into how I started. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. If you have any tips to add, if you are a successful YouTuber, a micro YouTuber like myself, just add your tips below. I'm sure that this is going to be very helpful to other people looking to do exactly what you and I are doing. I hope you guys are staying healthy and safe, and I'll see you in another video.